Oh, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Episode 35 XP Share coming at you. Live. Sunday. What's up, guys?
What the
What?
fuck was that?
Yo,
What was
we're
that?
a monster truck rally now, bro. We're transitioning. This is the official transition to motorsports. All right. No.
The
was like,
big
it was like
podcast
radio
equals the
commercials.
little podcast. I don't understand what you don't get.
Bro wants me motorsports, still won't give me my weekly wrestling segment. Fuck you, dude.
What do you mean? We've talked about making it happen. All right. You need to help me help you. All right.
Nah, deadass, I'm gonna make that work. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna post wrestling reviews on the website at this point for the major shows.
Fuck it,
CJ,
dude.
I'm surprised you don't just like make a weekly YouTube like quick rundown for wrestling stuff. I feel like
I'm saving that for the Patreon. What do you mean?
fair.
Like, cause that way I can do reactions and shit. Cause you can't put that on YouTube. For Patreon, yeah. Like, here's the thing: is I want to do this stuff. It's also like the next couple of months are me making time to be able to do it. Cause I'm more than happy to. But I also realize writing a review for 2-hour shows for 3 shows every week is it'll be easier in the new year when WWE goes to Netflix in the UK for all the shows. It'll be so much easier for me to do. So I think 2025 is when I might start doing like the weekly wrestling reviews for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and then I'll get Kat to help me on that and shit, and we'll make it all good.
There you go.
Coming soon, TM.
That'd be cool.
But until then, wrestling podcast. It's
Yeah,
the
I
hype.
would love to
Another
join
po-
that too.
It's the
Another
hype before
podcast
the
where
hype.
CJ can just let me know what happened week to week. while
Yep,
me being completely
yep.
clueless.
Yep. So, alright, Quang, this week, everything went to hell and the world's on fire. That's about as much as you need to know.
So
Yeah.
does that mean I don't have to go outside tomorrow?
Yeah, you go back to your Street Fighter. You go on. Take this tree, and you go do your thing.
I do quarter circles and I hit a button.
And things happen.
Gaming news has happened. What's up?
Let's see. Last two champions were for Multiverse weekly champions. We had Jungle on the 4th and Fat Pack taking actually recently this week. That was actually
Jack.
all right.
That was a good set.
What was your favorite set from this Friday?
Dude, I'm salty. I'm so salty. I couldn't take that game. I rewatched it over and over again, and the misinput.
You couldn't even wait until I put it on YouTube. You had to go to fucking Chris's YouTube and
Yeah, because I needed to know what I fucked up. Okay, I didn't save the replay. I don't know if there's a replay feature in Multiversus, but normally I would in something serious just to see like where I messed up. And it was all like, man, it was literally just a couple of input errors. Also an interaction that I didn't know LeBron had. Apparently, like when you fly in with the knife, his like slam animation takes precedent, like prioritizes over my knife hit. Because that was gonna lead to a kill. Like I thought I had that first game. But
Yeah, hey man, you had me and CJ like, wait, guys.
Yeah,
Quake's doing the damn thing right now. Oh my
no,
gosh.
I had to I had to clutch my 10 years of platform fighting experience. I know I don't play this game a lot, but I felt like as somebody who does analysis on the tournaments, I should at least show up once, you know? Kind of like show that I kind of know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna say, you've just every time you've gone, actually, Zephyr, like, I feel so much more validated right now. Just like, all this info you've got, you can get past the first one, fuck you.
Yeah.
Does that mean CJ's next? CJ's next.
No, because I'm humble and I know I'll get my ass kicked. I don't need a live stream for that. It happens for free. Honestly, like it was a great tournament. I just, wish Fat Pack had maybe for that one game, maybe considered letting us have a match longer than 90 seconds. But that's fine. That's fine. We
Yeah.
didn't. We got our content for the week, and so Fat Pack decided we were done. That was crazy.
I will say the one thing I typed before the tournament started is I just needed CJ to tell me he loved me and I'd win.
Well, see,
It didn't happen. It didn't
no,
happen.
well, no, I would have said it if you'd won the first round. You gotta earn that shit with me, boy. I don't give instant gratification. I'm not healthy. What do you mean? I'm gonna make you work for this shit like the toxic boyfriend I am.
There we go.
He admitted that
Me-
we're in a
me-
relationship. I'll take it.
Good. Loctite.
Yeah, me personally, man, I enjoyed just watching FPZ. Pulling out Agent Smith and doing what he did. On that character was it's very impressive to watch. I mean, I know he did get some buffs, which is rightfully so. He needed them, but it was just awesome. Just watching him climb through the winners bracket.
100%.
I enjoyed it.
Especially for a name that like is not a common one around here. Just to see them come out and be like, no, you know what? This week's my week.
Yeah.
I
He
love
does
that.
well every single time he shows up.
Mm.
I say this every time, but like, I'm a little disappointed that I went 0-2, that I lost both games or both sets. But like, if you look at the bracket, there aren't any like soft hitters. Like, I was the biggest nobody in the tournament. I feel like.
No, we were saying it like we were halfway through upper bracket. And me and just were saying like, you look at lower bracket, that's still stacked. Like
Yeah.
it was one of those things where a winner could have come out of anywhere, and it just so happened that Fat Pack had the number this week.
Yeah.
He was the one.
I'm still pushing for week
He
13 to
was
be all
number
Voorhees.
one.
So
Oh my god.
I still think for the meme that'll be great. We have a Voorhees only week for week 13.
Ooh, because it'll be on a Friday. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And we're getting close to Halloween and all. Yeah, we could do
We
a
gotta get a
Beetlejuice only week.
Voorhees in that bad boy.
Yeah.
That'll be fire.
I'll play Beetlejuice.
CJ,
Yeah.
what do you think?
No, honestly, it was good. I think FPZ was like, Fat Pack deserved it 100%. Kudos to them, but FPZ came out of left field. For a character we don't see a lot. Gorify also did quite well. I was very impressed by Gorify, and what we were seeing from them. I know obviously we had a couple of tech issues going throughout. I feel really bad for Moises and not being able to watch their game and the amount of issues that they were having. But yeah, honestly for me, yeah, Gorify and FPC really, really showed up.
Can I say who? Like, I feel like we need to show some love to Rich RG, because for the last 2 weeks he's hit us, or they have hit us with fat raids, and I'm like, like, can we maybe give
Rich is doing it every week. Like every week
Really?
without fail. No, 100%.
bro?
Because you guys got it when
Shout
I
out to
wasn't
Rich.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It started around that Saturday tournament that we did. Like Rich came in on that one, came in clutch, and every week since then, like whenever I've been on commentary, I'm pretty sure I've seen Rich's name, and
For sure.
honestly goated.
Shout out to Rich, bro. Yeah,
bro.
gotta get him on an episode or something.
Yeah. I'm done.
Maybe we get him on the next side quest.
Oh my god.
I'm down.
Ooh, get him on Dale Dawson so I can fire his ass.
Let's get Brian G so he and Gwen can fight as well.
Oh my
honestly,
god.
100%.
Oh my god. Imagine.
100%, dude.
Have your little quarrels. I would love that.
I still have no idea what I said to him to make him think that I don't like his playstyle.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
When
we were talking about the way to properly pronounce his name, and you're like, yeah.
No, you straight called him a bitch on stream, bro.
Yeah.
I'm entirely sure.
Fuck you mean you don't? Oh wait, I know exactly why you don't remember. I know exactly why you don't remember that one.
Yeah, Quack, you're the only one confused by this. That's why I didn't say shit, because I was like, wait, if I misremembered it, but no, it's like, yeah.
No. The thing is that I call out so many people on a regular basis.
No, you didn't just call him out. You fucking roasted his ass that night.
Oh,
And
no, I mean, I
specifically
remember
right
that.
before that game.
I remember. No, I remember the game. I just say I don't think I said anything like other than that he was playing like. Once again, not esports, but like he was just running away. I don't know. It's fine. I'm not gonna air the beef here.
Yeah.
And he
You're
was,
backpedaling
and
now
he
because
agreed,
you know
and
we
he
have the
agreed
evidence.
with me. The thing is that he agreed with me.
I can't help it. He was playing like a bitch. I don't know. What's up, Jay?
Like,
How's it going?
if you are right, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, but you're still talking shit, so I'm still gonna smack you in the mouth even if you are right, because it's a principle thing at that point.
Whatever. I love him.
Like, honestly, no wonder you got wiped on the first round. People saw your name in there, and I want him.
Oh,
No,
here
like,
we go.
like that's
Yeah,
gonna be the
100%.
case every time Quang's in the tournament. People are like,
I'm going to say
he got
this.
Quang last week.
I'm going to say this. I'm the greatest villain in any fighting game community I've been a part of.
No, you're
Because
not,
it feels-
because you
no, no,
never win.
No. Because it feels so bad to lose to me. You have no choice but to be better than me consistently.
Like you're a tutorial villain. Don't big yourself up too much. All right.
Oh my God.
no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
The difference
Sounds like
is
a
that
challenge.
no, the difference is that if you lose to me, you get an achievement that just hangs up in the top corner for the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's a good thing I've never lost to you on Multiversus.
Fair.
Oh shit.
I love that. Now, something else we gotta discuss while we're on the subject of being toxic is this week's side quest, in which I think we had in total about 9 people, maybe 10, but we played
I think we got
Dylan
up to 10.
Dawson's.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, so we played Dylan Dawson's stationary supplies. So for anyone who isn't aware of what that game is you essentially think about Among Us, except you're in an office setting. And so you have one manager at the top who needs to, amongst employees and slackers, needs to figure out who the slackers are. And of course, the way you figure that out is through various tasks that slackers and specialists do during that time period. So I believe that VOD is still live on the channel, is it not? It's
Nothing's
I
live on the
could've sworn
Twitch. Nope, nothing's
Oh,
live on
okay.
Twitch.
Never mind.
Y'all gotta be there.
You have to go to the YouTube. Yeah, you got to be
I
there.
will
You got to
get
get
it,
to
I'll get
YouTube
it.
to see it.
I'll make it priority.
But man, it was we had so much fun. I was telling Jadon yesterday that he missed out on like one of the best moments when I fired somebody. So I was like intentionally setting up someone who I knew was a slacker, but I like made them an assistant so they thought that everything was good. And I brought him in as an assistant, brought him to the front of the class, and was like, "Yeah, fucking fired." It was just a great moment. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
I feel like we got to make that regular around here because that was so good.
Something that I feel like we should also mention revolving around that. Happy birthday, Juice. I think we haven't
Oh,
had
thank you.
XP share since your birthday passed last week.
No.
Yeah, it was on Wednesday. Yep, past one. Went on Wednesday. I'm 34, guys. I'm old. I know some people older than me are gonna cringe
Nobody
when they hear me
believes
say
it.
that. Yeah, they're gonna cringe. Yeah, for sure.
It's
We're gonna get really drunk after this. So okay, so I'll show you just how old I am.
Oh, jeez. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Did they cry?
That either means you're out early or you're gonna last forever. There's like no in between
Yeah.
when you say that.
We'll only be done in 20 minutes or tomorrow.
You're true. Very true. But thank you though. I appreciate it. Another year has gone by.
Did they cry? I know Kat said something after you fired her, but I don't remember what.
Oh,
But she
yeah.
did.
She did a good job staying in character. She stayed in character.
No, 100%.
She was just
that was so good.
terror on the office.
I still feel bad for like how I got Josie out because I didn't deserve that at fucking all.
I felt bad for Kat for that one. I felt
Well,
bad for
Kat,
Kat because
yeah.
that was like her first. It was her first game. She had to wait for us to finish the last one. It was the only one she played, and within like 5-10 minutes, she's fucking out of there already. And she's like says midway through, "I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do as a janitor."
Literally
There is
nothing.
nothing you can do.
She was sitting there on my computer as a janitor, fucking doing drawings still, and I'm just like, the fuck.
No, I mean, what she did was steal people's papers off of the printer and start shredding them.
I mean, she was kind of doing a job, but she's,
Yeah.
That was such a wild because I was also a slacker, and you sussed me out for a thing that I didn't do because I wasn't able
I
to do
did?
any. Yeah, because I wasn't able to do any major slacker tasks.
Oh yeah, you were gone hella fast because somebody thought you were carrying Jello or some shit.
No, no, they thought I set
Mm,
off the server, but I think it was it Josie? Who's the other
Probably.
slacker?
yeah.
Yeah. Josie set it off and walked the other direction, and somebody followed me into the server room. And he's like, "I just watched you." I was like, "That literally wasn't me."
Yeah, because that was before we knew there was a delay to it, so we were all just, oh, person in there is evil.
I just got out.
Person is Evo.
Oh, it was great. It annoyed me that like the last game we lost because I don't know what the fuck happened with that server, but I was just watching Quez like it can't have been Quang. He was over there every fucking time. His desk was opposite my fucking office, so when I'm sat there on the camera, I've got my other eye just watching him like a cross-eyed son of a bitch.
Yeah, and then I'd be sitting there most of the time.
Yeah, you weren't fucking doing anything. So I was like, okay, I guess it's not him. And I just had juice in my ear. Just like, oh yeah, I don't know.
I was so confident at that time, and then it turns out we were wrong, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I was like, okay.
well.
I had Josie steal my mouse. I was like, you know what? I've already got the camera open. I'm not gonna use my computer for anything else. Fuck it. I'll just play this game without a mouse now.
I can't believe I almost got away with it.
Almost.
Almost had that. Not quite.
That was some good shit. I'm not. I don't like Among Us as much as a lot of other people, but that shit was still awesome. It was fun.
Well, I think
Agreed.
it's the fact that like yes, there is that level of accusatory, but also with the setting, with the game, with the theme of what it is, everyone kind of understands going into it. Like, we're gonna fuck around, we're gonna do a little bit of roleplay in this, which then allows for the subterfuge and the sabotage to be easier to hide and easier for you to bullshit, because you're already bullshitting a character anyway. So it's like it's not like we're all just sat in silence. There's nothing for us to do, so we're just watching. Like you get your task done, and you get more. Like there's always something to do. Whereas with Among Us, the issue with it, I feel, as someone who played a lot of it in the beginning of my streaming career, was like you get your task done, and then you're just watching other people, and you're just watching them to see what they
Yeah.
do. I like the way it is in Dale and Dawson, where like it's not about getting. You have a set list of tasks, you get them all done, you win. It's like you're slowly making progress, but the slackers are slowing you down, so that you constantly feel like even though you're ahead, and you can't finish the game because they're just doing enough for you to stall you, and you feel like you always have to be doing something, and so you lose track of shit, and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Can't wait to play it again.
Yeah, no, 100%. We need to get on that again soon because that I feel like there's a lot more content in there that we didn't even scratch the surface of.
Honestly, I think maybe actually no, maybe bad idea, maybe good idea, maybe shit idea. I don't know.
Maybe idea we discuss off of the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't,
we'll send that one to middle management.
bro. I'm just saying we do need to get some kind of game night going again, for sure. Just something on the books at least that people know about, so we're not just like scrambling. Hey, you free? Hey, you free? What are you doing? Hey.
Yep. No, 100%.
I mean, I know what Juice has been doing. According to Steam, 100.8 hours of Deadlock.
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
wait, did you officially pass me on that? No way.
That,
I'm at
that's
302
played
hours
recently.
right now.
Yeah, that's recently. Sorry.
That's recently. Yeah.
Yeah, 100.8 hours recently,
God.
which is a number I've never seen on a Steam game. Like on the Steam, because it's played recently is like in the last week, right? That's what it usually says.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Bro,
not
no, I've
even
got.
that's not even fair. I'm not even able to play. I'm at 201, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, listen, they had their Nico score, which is basically their MMR that they had that I looked up, and it placed me in, or at least it had me in platinum. But then I guess they changed how they do their numbers. So they basically they everyone's kind of starting from fresh again. So
Okay.
so now I'm back in gold and I'm climbing up. But man, I am having a blast. And they're adding ranked mode on Tuesday. It's like if you guys just don't ever want me to stop playing, I mean, you could have just said that. This is it's a problem. It's a problem. Game's fun.
Okay, okay. Recently is over the last 2 weeks.
Oh,
That's
2 weeks.
not
Okay.
that's not as bad.
Yeah, 50 hours a week.
That's still bad.
That's
Yeah.
2 day. That's a little over 2 days worth of
That's a
worth of
second job.
gameplay per week. Yeah,
That's
per
like a
week.
debt. That's another 9 to 5.
That's another 9 to 5 with the overtime. That's
Yeah.
Uh,
Jesus fucking Christ. Bruh.
I don't think Tracklock is Valve though. Honestly, I think it's just another API scraper,
It probably is.
I mean, I'm
which
sure there's some
is
background MMR tracking in the game.
well, there was. So there used to be like two other ones. I forgot what the other one name was that we looked at, but all of them basically got shut down. Like the Valve basically shut down their API for a while around like September
They
2nd
did, yeah.
because they're like, we don't want these stats to like manipulate, player data basically. And I guess everything got reactivated at some point. So track lock's back. I wonder if the other one's back too. But kind of interesting.
No. I
Major
definitely,
major gameplay changes. Holy fuck.
dude. So many,
Your
and
your dick has to be in the Guardian's face now to get an objective.
oh
Like,
yeah. How do you feel about that?
I'm honestly torn on it. It's again, I think it's so from an overall perspective, MMR wise, going into like solo queue, duo queue, whatever the fuck. I think it's good because you're not necessarily going to have a lane that loses a guardian in less than fucking 5 minutes.
Yep.
Unless you're like uber terrible for some reason. Then you shouldn't even be in the MMR category anyways. But also, like I was saying, one of the big things I kind of appreciated about it was Clank CJ, you kind of played it a little. There's like before each guardian, there's a little like stairs ramp up to it. So
Conceptually, yeah.
So previously, when the range was to that point, you can literally hold crouch and like backslide down the ramp in order to have unlimited ammo shooting towards the guardian. And that was basically like a skill move. You just fucking slide down the ramp and fucking dump into the guardian. Now you literally have to be within like what is 12 meters, 10 meters on the other side of the ramp. So I think that kind of like skill gap thing taken away does kind of suck, but I do see why it was needed.
It's a hard one because Sea of Thieves had a similar thing back in the day. There was like some tech that you could do, which meant you could quick swap between your guns very quickly, and you could effectively, you could one-shot people with a pistol and a sniper if you could pull it off well, and people were, and it was incredible, and that's where the double gun came from.
That sounds like the double shotgun from old school Fortnite.
Oh no, Hunt. That's exactly what it was. It's exactly what it was, but it was a little more complicated because I think you had to swap, sprint, and then swap again, and you would have swapped faster than normal. And it was like it was millisecond accuracy, but it got patched out because it wasn't intended gameplay.
Yeah.
I think it's a really hard one because you could say like, yeah, no, this is a skill that players have learned and that it's very impressive that you've done that, well done. But balance wise, the game is not built for that. It's not intended, and we can't really balance accordingly because of it. So we're gonna patch it out. I get the annoyance that a lot of people will have with that because it's like, oh, I've spent all this time learning this thing and it's no longer valid and whatever. And, I'm not as good now. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. And I get the grievance with that. But if it's not intended, then it's not balanced. Let's be realistic about
Yeah.
it, especially with a multiplayer game.
I mean, if you've ever seen I'm definitely dating myself as like a gamer, but have you guys ever watched like Pro Guns the Duel gameplay?
Oh yeah. Hold
That's a game where basically people just kept finding and started abusing more and more like weapon and movement glitches over and over again, and it got to a point where that thing looks crazier than old school Quake. Like
on.
uh, like people are just flying around everywhere. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
God, I miss
Uh,
that game.
but I think when it gets that, like, Sea of Thieves and especially Deadlock are new enough that when you have really game changing skill, like it is skillful, but if it's like really game changing, it ends up just creating this like weird barrier to entry, especially for Sea of Thieves. I feel like because there
Hmm.
matchmaking in Sea of Thieves, like where like
Technically there is, but it's a side thing.
yeah, just like it feels bad to like just run up against people who like clearly have been playing hundreds of more hours than you have, and then dying instantly due to something like I can tell when I don't land my shots. I can tell when they're hitting me and I'm not hitting them.
Hmm.
And it's because they're better than me, and that's fine. But when like I get insta killed for like no reason, and like visually, I'm not like they're probably glitching out a little bit. I'll be like, okay, I don't know what that was. If that
Yeah,
was like bug abusing, that feels bad. It's like a new player,
yeah,
and Sea
and
of
then you've
Thieves
got,
is about the
yeah.
players.
No, absolutely. I think it's a real, yeah, it is a really hard one because I can see, with the ledge thing and Deadlock, at high level ranks, high level play, then everyone's doing that, and that's fine, and that's great, and then it's an even playing field because everyone's put the time into it. But it is that more sort of entry level casual play that we need to balance for with a lot of these games. I think a lot of people forget about that is we're not balancing it for the high level people who are going to find all the strategies and find all the loopholes. We're balancing it for casuals because they are the people that are suffering with this shit. And I've done it. I've been that guy that's like, why the fuck are you changing this? Oh, I've lost. It's like we're we're not balancing for you. We're not balancing for the high level people because you'll figure out another way to do it. You'll find another way to choose the game. You'll spend the next 50 hours over the next week finding another way to choose the game. That's fine. Juice can do that. It's whatever. He get Valve pays him to bolster the servers, and that's okay. But for the rest of us, we can't. We don't have the time for this shit.
Also, Deadlock is still in beta, right?
Yeah,
It's not.
it's basically early access at this point.
Yeah. It's
Oh God.
but but this is the time where they need to establish what they want Deadlock to be, like from a player standpoint.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of League of Legends is really suffering from the fact that they didn't know what they wanted, and there are a lot of mechanics that are really silly and really difficult to do on certain characters that they have to keep in because if they change it, the people who put in thousands of hours into that character, and it's so automatic. If they remove it, it removes a lot of skill expression from a character that was designed to be hard anyways.
Yeah.
It removes like the whole reason why a whole part of the base plays that character. And they recognize that, and they're struggling. They have been open about how much they've been struggling with trying to figure out how to change the character. Because even if They're like, yeah, I mean, it's about time she gets rework, but if we rework her, the thing still has to stay in. Like, we literally can't take it away.
Mm,
I
So I mean,
yeah.
Deadlock's in a good position right now to kind of establish what they want.
one of my things is, and it's kind of inherently toxic in itself, and it's kind of the way Apex went if you really think about it, and probably why Apex is the way it is. Take that how you will. Is I firmly believe that the really toxic players who are completely shit at the game, who get things basically changed because they're the ones that are shit at the game, who are yelling fucking racial slurs in between games and just being overall negative.
I was gonna say me
I
up
just
until that point. I'm not quite at that level yet.
no, I'm talking about like super toxic people who actually fucking suck at the game, but think they have some kind of ego that makes it okay to talk shit to people who actually know the game. And then they try to balance the game for those players who probably aren't going to play the game in 2 weeks.
Oh, so a Call of Duty player.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. God, it's so
Mm.
easy to shit on COD. I'm sorry. Sorry.
the
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man.
there's a lot
I don't mind them making these changes for the casual players, and like regarding that change with the Guardian as well. It is what it is. Now it just means now you got to be closer to the Guardian, you know, and if you're going to be that player and be aggressive on it. Also, you have to remember too that like prior to this change, there are people getting Guardians in 3 minutes. Like if you're on that team, your Guardian just went down in 3 minutes, you're like immediately deflated,
exactly.
you know, like, and it just makes the game suck, and you
Well,
just got in the damn game, you know. It's like,
that's the
bro,
thing. Ever since like the first major fire rate nerfs from items, it like their whole progression is basically just slowing down the game. Like that's all.
yeah,
That's
it
all
needs to
it's
be slowed
been.
down. It needs to be slowed down,
curious.
which yeah, it is now.
Which
For
I'm
guys.
going to say right now. I swear to God, every fucking new experimental item I try to use with Warden, it gets fucking patched the next fucking week, dude. I tried using Torment Pulse starting last week, and here comes the fucking patch. Torment Pulse has changed. Like, bro, please.
Yeah.
This I'm curious with your guys' experience with Deadlock. One of the things, turn off is like the wrong word because I'll probably when it like everyone's playing it again, like when like it official releases and like all the modes are working and everything feels a little bit more stable. Because like queuing feels like a little unstable right now. I'm not entirely sure why that is.
They've been having matchmaking issues every now and then. They actually
Yeah.
just fixed a major bug last week again on it.
But the item system is really like daunting to get into. In Deadlock specifically because it's so much faster paced. There's a lot more happening in Deadlock than other MOBAs. Like Dota is another.
So I'm
Out
kind
of
of
all
the
the MOBAs, I feel like League of Legends, like it really doesn't matter. You just buy the thing it tells you to buy, and Deadlock it almost doesn't it it almost doesn't feel good to do that.
so I think the biggest thing around that is they don't properly highlight the public builds section.
Yeah,
Which is every new person I play with, that's the first thing I point out. Do
yeah.
not don't follow the default build. It's fucking dog shit. Follow whatever public build you think looks decent. You don't, and I even tell them follow up. You don't have to understand it. If they have a build order, do the build order until you understand the game, and then you can dive into what the items actually mean.
Yeah. I was just wondering what your guys' experience with that, like how the item system is. I also with I'm sure they'll update it at some point. Once again, because we're kind of in beta. Uh, the icons for the items they all look the same to me, which the public builds help a lot because I'm just okay. I just click the next thing, right? Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
So I
it's
do agree
so
with you on that
hard
part.
to tell what I'm buying 90% of the time.
I do agree with you on that part. There are some items that you're like, is this item or is it that item? The one thing I say had that it's made it easier for me to build in Deadlock is the names of the items are for the most part pretty self-explanatory,
Yeah.
right? Like if you play Smite and you want lifesteal, you have to get something called Terra Nova's Revengeance, and it's like, what the fuck is that? I have no idea. But in Deadlock, they had just have something called Bullet Lifesteal. Simple enough. Spirit Lifesteal. Simple enough. Tells me if I do bullet damage or spirit damage, I'll get lifesteal. That's what
Oh,
I want, right? And you know, some of those items, like the names of the items, make it easier for me to just kind of keep that memory. So whereas like week 1, I was just like, I don't know what I want to do. You know, week 2, week 3, it just became easier for me to say, all right, I just got killed there because I didn't lifesteal enough. Now I need bullet life
yeah,
still, you know, and it
yeah,
just makes it just a little bit like they're a little bit more logical with
sure.
the names of the items. So just makes it easier to kind of retrace your steps and say, all right, I know what I need going forward. But yeah, I mean, to start, the public builds are you find a public build that's super popular, you just go left to right.
And
You go
I'm
left
sure
to
this
right. You go left to right.
yeah, this doesn't matter for like me per se as like a bad player, but it's so hard to tell when like someone's strong in Deadlock. This is the as far as like the item system goes, I think it's kind of it's hard to tell like when they have like a what are the cost breakpoints like a 500 soul versus like a 1500 soul item like without knowing the items like super in depth.
You want
Uh,
to know something?
what up?
To this day, the
Yeah,
only measure of somebody's power that I have gone by since the beginning is
yeah.
their power bar. Like I 90% of the
Okay,
time I don't even look at what specific items they have. I just see which bar is the highest and what I need to build for defense.
fair. No, I mean that's reasonable. I think if yeah, if that works, then you know it works. But
It does to an extent, but sometimes there are like those active items that like, oh, I probably should have actually looked at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tend to look at someone's soul count. If I see that they have like 5K more souls than me, then I'll be a little bit smarter about how I engage with that person. Early game, if someone has like 1,500 more souls than you, they're considerably like
yeah,
they're
no,
kicking your ass.
yeah, for sure.
But like late game, 1.5K souls isn't gonna be shit.
Yeah,
Mid game, if someone's got 5K more souls, I'm like, all right, help me gank this person. I'm not trying to get into a one-on-one.
I
Unless
might be able to outplay it, but like,
yeah, I'd have to be really smart about it, you know. So yeah, I usually go off soul count, but if someone like absolutely destroys me, I'm for sure hovering over the bill. Like, what do they just use? There's also that incoming damage section at the top right that will say you died to bullet damage, spirit damage, and if they have escalating
yeah.
exposure, it'll say you took this much damage because they have escalating exposure. So it'll kind of give me an idea of how I can build to counter it, from there.
I'm going in every single time. I like I'm launching myself in.
Leroy.
Jenkins. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, but like, no, okay. I was just curious, on how you guys felt about it. Especially because I know the two of you have played MOBAs in the past, like
Yeah,
Smite.
what
League.
what really grinds my gears is the fact that other players don't pay attention to who has a higher soul count, because you like at the end
Yeah,
of some of my games, you're looking at your at the KD, and I don't know, some dude named McDonald's fry catcher is 0 and 16, and you're wondering how. Well, you just literally kept face checking the strongest player in the lobby over and over again, wondering why you keep dying. Like, bro, stay in base, do some farming. So yeah, if anything, that I'd say that's what really makes me have to stop and figure out like what the heck's going on. Like, why are we getting demolished right now?
I literally
Yeah,
started saying it last week. I was like, guys, we're playing too much Overwatch, not enough Deadlock. Let's get it together
yeah,
here.
yeah. That has been. I think I've heard him say multiple times. Too much Overwatch, not enough Deadlock. Yeah.
it's just a fact. Like, every other game you'll see somebody with fucking 0 kills and just an insurmountable amount of deaths, and it's just like, are you actually questioning why you got shit on, or you just not understand the game? Because that's okay. If it's their first time, cool. Like, tell us that, so we don't fucking just shit on you all game, saying you suck.
Yep.
That's one thing. Like, I think it's one thing. It's one thing to be toxic, but if somebody actually like says straight up like, "Yo, it's my first game," blah blah blah. I'm testing a new character, whatever. Just say something. Like, we're not gonna shit on you that hard, because then we're not gonna expect what we're expecting. But if you don't say something and you just go in there and just fucking die all the time and you say, "Oh man, this game sucked. Why aren't you guys fucking doing anything for me?" I'm like, "How's your shit, dog?" Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
No, this has been the episode where Cracked Media officially endorses toxicity in multiplayer games.
It was only a matter of time. Like, it came up every podcast for the last 2 months. It was a matter of time until we're like, you know what? Maybe the toxic players have a point. Maybe they have a point.
Maybe they have a point.
that's
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it's that fine line, bro. It's like, if you're having a tough time, if you don't know the game as much as you probably should, like, just fucking say it. Like, it's not like they're gonna kick you out of the lobby, you know?
Yeah. That happened to Brandon today. He played Great Talent for the first time and didn't say that it was his first time playing them. And had like 2 people just flaming him. So I had to go in chat and say, like, chill, it's his first time playing. And they're like, oh, okay. But you're right. It's like, if Brandon's if he's on McGinnis, no one's saying anything because he's gonna carry. But of course he's on a new character, right? Great Talent got a really cool buff recently. So he want to try him out and see how it worked. Didn't go so well, actually. He did terrible, but that's okay. It's his first time playing Great Talent. Yeah, it is what it is. Communicate. At the end of the day, that's what we're saying here.
Pretty
Communicate
much.
to your team.
Even
Let them
if
know
you
what you're gonna need.
Even if you suck, fucking communicate, bro.
Tell me what to do. I'll do what I want.
A shitty fucking player that actually like communicates with their team is just so much more valuable. It's like,
so much more valuable.
That's
nobody,
my value
oh
in
my
Valorant.
god.
like, nobody's gonna care if you're going fucking 0-10 if you're sitting there like running earn, calling out where people are. Like, if you're being a team player, nobody's gonna fucking care.
That's my value in Valorant. I can't click heads for shit, but I know where everybody is all the time. I die so much. I haven't. There wasn't ever an extended point of me playing Valorant, but I die so much by just like staring at minimap because that's what I've like trained myself to do through like StarCraft and League and a bunch of other games with minimaps. That's what you look at. Everything else on the screen is basically inconsequential. It's gonna play out how you expect it to.
Yeah.
Until something like really flashy happens and you just react, right? So
Hell
I
yeah.
just run into a fucking corridor to get my headshot. Just
So I'm looking at this list, and I think we could probably skip most of it, and because I know you guys want to talk about the multiverse roundtable a little bit.
Yeah.
I also I left out a big part on the Xbox app thing, which
I was
was
confused about that.
yeah. So that's for Android phones specifically. So if you guys want to look into that, the Xbox
Green
app
bubbles.
on Android phones will be able to play Xbox games here in the near future, in November actually.
Yes, because I've always wanted to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey on my fucking phone.
Yeah, right.
I've not wanted game stability. I've not wanted bigger budgets. You know what I want? I want to play Nino Kuni on my fucking phone, guys. Let's go.
I'm going to say the best decision that Blizzard ever made was bringing Diablo to mobile. I'm just saying.
And the worst decision then one of the worst decisions they made of recent
I
memory
mean-
was making Diablo 4 so it equals itself out.
No, Do you remember? Do you remember that the Diablo mobile
Yeah,
press?
Immortal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
where they're like, we don't care what the players want.
Don't you guys have phones? Do none of you have phones?
I
Fuck,
believe it or
no.
not, I straight up never downloaded that game. I
No, same.
took a
I-
stand
I
and
played it.
I was just like, I am not sorry, I'm not.
I didn't
After
like Diablo 3 enough to want it.
Well,
it took me it took like 6 to 7 people to even get me to install D4, and fucking only 2 of those people ever ended up actually playing the game with me. And
Well,
none of
I
them
think
play
the
it to
other
this day.
thing, right? Let's be honest. Let's be real. You know, touch controls are not good controls. They're just not, all right? And this is someone who had fucking GTA San Andreas on my phone when I was in sixth form, all right? They're not touch controls. They're not
Hey.
smart. They're not, they're not logical in any way. It's the games are not designed for touch controls. And if they are, if it's not Bejeweled, I don't care.
Can't
If it's not Bejeweled, I don't fucking care.
Hey yo, bubble
Genshin
bobble.
Impact. Genshin Impact has something to say.
All right, no, I'll refrain. No good game is designed for touch controls.
Puzzles and Dragon would like to
Oh
make
my
it.
god.
Fuck that game.
to
Fuck that
have
game.
the statement.
Oh my god.
I
Anyway,
stand by it. No good video game has ever been designed for touch controls apart
Cut the
from
rope.
Bejeweled. And
Cut the
Bejeweled
rope.
is fuck cut the rope. Fuck cut the rope.
cut the rope.
I don't know.
I
Main
did
Glory
it.
You're
was
mixing
pretty
up.
fun.
You're mixing up good game with good time, like good just time waster. There's a difference, all right. Cookie
I
Clicker is a good. Cookie Clicker is a good time waster. It is not a good game, all right.
I would argue if it's not a good game, it's not a good time waster.
No, because video game, you shouldn't go into a video game being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna waste some time. Don't waste time. It's the most finite resource we have in this life. Don't waste your fucking time.
I mean,
But then Subway Surfers comes up, you know.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
kinda like,
yeah, what are you gonna do?
listen, if you're not swiping
Alright.
left and right and up and down,
Dude,
man, I mean,
dude,
well,
you're
fucking
just playing
Temple Run
Subway-
for Game of the Year. Is that what's going on?
I'm
Oh
just
my
saying
God.
that
Temple
I
Run,
have
dog.
played
Because
so many hours of Baldur's Gate 3, and all of it what happened in the first act. Not even act, the first chapter of the game, because I kept dying over and over again because I didn't realize how difficult the hardest difficulty was. If you didn't know anything about the
wasting
game.
your time and being shit at reading.
I just didn't realize how hard the early part of the game would be until I had to ask someone. They're like, if you don't know what happens, it is brutal.
This
but also
man,
kind of funny.
this man sitting here. I don't understand why it's so hard that everybody has a fucking DC 19. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'd open a door and it'd explode and I'd die. I'd lose. I'd have to go through the whole tutorial again.
Yeah, like guys, like I didn't
gosh.
spec anybody into perception to find traps. I haven't got any trap disarming things
No.
or thieves tools, and I'm playing on Dark Urge Honor mode, and it's hard, and I don't know why.
And no, I was like, no, if not only it wasn't hard, it felt impossible. And I literally texted a friend after like 2 days. I was like, "Is it impossible?" He's like, "Yes." I was like, "Cool."
No, 100%.
Sweet.
Like,
I'll give up now.
This is I still
My
haven't
friend
finished
had to
it, by the
take
way. I got to Act 3 last week. I still haven't finished the game. I'm working on it. All right, it's my year project is to finish.
This is where
But
you
I'm
have to
saying
walk in. This is you reached
Yeah.
Act 3. All right, there's a little bit of story. I know you're a story guy, so you just gotta walk in and you gotta finish the game. Otherwise, if you walk away now, you're never gonna fucking
I'm
finish it.
gonna finish it, bro. Bro, I've become an Oathbreaker paladin because I put the
Oh,
right dialogue option. And you know what? Oathbreaker's sick as fuck. I love reanimating.
let's go,
Um,
dude.
But no, 100%. I've always been saying that Baldur's Gate 3 is a game where your first playthrough sucks, your second playthrough you have a bit of fun because you experiment, and then your third playthrough you get it, and that's the one where you finish the game. Currently on my 5th playthrough, so fucking like I keep playing this game, and I'm like, I pick a thing, and I'm like, actually no, this is boring, and then I end up going to Grim, and I fucking die because fuck Grim, it's too early for Grim. But no, I've gotten to Act 3, and there's genuinely been some people's like, yeah, this is where the game starts. I'm like, motherfucker, I've got like 100 hours in this game. You're telling me I've only just gotten past the tutorial?
Yeah, pretty much.
I
It's all
I don't-
backstory.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say, no spoilers. Obviously, the game's been out a year, but I'm not gonna spoil. You know, it's all over YouTube, and every decision is now public or whatever. But I'm not gonna spoil it. But I'm just saying, for the Guardian, for the mysterious Guardian that you make at the beginning of the game, I fucking called it. I fucking called that shit. All right, I've been avoiding the spoilers for this game the entire time. I'm still going in blind, and I'm proud of that. But I called that shit. Day dot, day dot. I was like, yep, nope, this is what's happening, and I was right, and I'm valid.
TJ,
All right.
you are
Shit.
valid.
Y'all been talking about Deadlock for 20 minutes. I want a part of the conversation.
Uh, before we move on, I did want to touch on. I do feel like we can like skip over this for the most part, but I did want to touch on the California's new digital purchase law that's coming out. Mainly, basically, it's just saying that every time you buy an online, unless this is a different new purchase law, Justin, but basically, it's just saying every time you buy for California buyers, if you buy an online product, like a game or whatever, they have to, along with the game, basically give you the terms of service. A separate terms of service that specifically says what you're getting, if it's a license, how long the license is good for, etc.
Well, it's. I think from what I understand, it's building off of that license law that was already there. They're just kind of amending it so it has to be more of a visual in your face that you're not actually buying a game, you're buying a license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of funny. The only reason why I wanted to mention it is that it kind of feels like that South Park episode, like everything is kind of flipped. You know the Human Centipede one with
Yes.
Apple, where like it used to be like, oh, I can't believe you read the terms of service. I just clicked through it. Now it's like you have to read every little sentence. You don't know what like
Yeah.
Adobe's thing where they can use any of your creations on Adobe software for whatever they want, basically.
Which they
Now,
reverted, by the way, after
yeah,
Backlash.
because people actually read the terms of service. Now it's like, now if you click
I-
it, you agree to be kidnapped and sewn to somebody's ass. Like
This
it's
is genuinely like you don't know because and this is the scary part about T's and C's is no one fucking reads them. Let's be real. Like 5% of the population actually reads the terms of service, and I was one of the people that did. And over the last couple of years, I've just fucking broken down, and I'm like, but you don't know what you're signing up for, and this is just like, making it clear. And this again, I said this a few weeks ago, and I feel like again I've been validated. It's like you buy an online game, you don't own the
Yeah.
fucking game. You're not actually buying a thing. This is why I miss like the days of buying your fucking discs because you owned the thing. And it wasn't this all online stuff where we could shut down the servers and that thing you spent $70-$80 on, and you got the premium edition with the fucking cool Dishonored Corvo mask or whatever. Yeah, you can't play it anymore. Like, you just buying a game is just now an investment that we can take away from you at any point. And I get that that's where the market is and that's fine and there's nothing we can do about it, but I'm allowed to be annoyed.
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ultimately, the post-apocalyptic world is going to be dealt in DS cartridges. Uh,
Hell yeah.
Basically.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know, it's
I
like
hate that shit too.
so that's the thought right there is like how do we get out of that? Is like
well, I don't think you do. That's we're just already we're too deep.
I was gonna say this is like when people were saying, "How do we get people out of using paper and go back to stone tablets?" It's like it doesn't work. Like I think this is the thing for where we're at in society currently is we have thousands of years of history to tell us when an adaptation like this happens, you either get with the times or we leave you behind. You know, It's like we see articles of the older generation complaining about the new kids with their parchment and their quills. Why don't they use stone? Like, it's a genuine fucking historical article of people, old generation, complaining about kids using quills and parchment and not sticking to stone tablets like they learned. This is just what humanity does. We adapt, and then we adapt too far, and if you don't adapt with us, too bad. Get stuck
I
using your Walkmans and cassette tapes, because the rest of us are gonna download all that shit and never own it.
I will say this was a discussion happening way. I think Overwatch might have been the. It wasn't. It was StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 was kind of the first of it, where one of the first where you had to be connected to internet to play the game at all, even the single player mode.
Mhm.
Yep, always
And
online DRM.
yeah, and that was the start of it. And I think most people back then were like, okay, we're eventually gonna get to this place where like even having the disc doesn't matter. Because once the servers die or whatever, I hope we got our money's worth out of the game. Basically, is what we kind of accepted at that point.
Yeah,
And this just feels like a more extreme version of that. So
the moment that like it dawned on me was when Steep came out a few years ago, because that was like when I was actually starting to understand the industry. And I'm like, I want to buy this game where I can, wingsuit around a mountain and do snowboarding and all that shit, because I liked playing SSX growing up, and that was fun. And Steep is just SSX but with fancy graphics and a bit less arcadey. I'm okay with that. I'm a little bit older. I'm playing the more mature version. I don't play Tony Hawk. I don't play Tony Hawk anymore. I play Skate. I'm growing up.
Yeah.
how
But it's
dare
like
you? How dare
the
you?
the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake is one of the best games ever made. I'm never gonna deny that. But it's like for games that very clearly have a single player design and all this shit. Imagine if Baldur's Gate 3 was like you have to be connected to the internet 24/7 if you want to play this game.
Aren't you?
It's like the antithesis of what the game is supposed to be. And if it's an online game, fair enough. And for
Yeah.
me, I think Mass Effect was like the start of this, where you have to play the online if you want to get the best ending for the single player, which was bullshit. Fuck you, EA. It was that was what and I love that series, but I do think it's just, if you're making a single player game, I want to be able to play that game whenever the fuck I want, because that's my right. But we don't get that anymore, because fuck you. The Ghost of Tsushima remake is going to be always online, and everything you do is going to be uploaded to the Matrix, and then whatever.
I think that's one of the biggest caveats too. Is like if we're only buying licenses to games, what makes fucking um publishers think that they have the right to increase the fucking prices? It's like you have the right to take the game away whenever the fuck you want. Why the fuck would I pay more for something I don't technically own?
Because you're going to anyway. Because everyone's going to anyway. Because you see the next Call of Duty come out and you buy it. Like
Yep.
this is just how capitalism works. It's just one of those things where we're in a position where we can no longer bargain. And this is the other thing. This is where I get worried, right? Because we're sort of coming out of the generation where YouTube was used to review a lot of games. I mean, Nerdcube is a perfect example of like, if Nerdcube said this game is good, I bought the game. And a lot of YouTubers, if they said it was good, you bought the game. But now, if you say something that the publisher doesn't like, if you say something the developer doesn't like, they can have the license taken away from you, and that's the power that they have. And yeah, you can take them to court on it, but they're then playing into the confidence. It's like you're not going to spend all that money to go to court to get a game back, because you'll just buy a different game. So it in the long term, it could be a very dangerous, very dystopian way of making sure we only get the reviews that we want. We might be looking at Star Wars Outlaws a completely different way if it was only given to people who were going to review it well, and the people who weren't, we would just take the game away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So I think that kind of dystopian future wouldn't happen for a bunch of other reasons. Uh, Mainly community
Shit,
backlash.
Ubisoft's already halfway there, bro. The
Yeah, I
fuck
was
you
gonna
mean?
say we're already on the train. Like, and
Well,
this is the
well,
thing with the dystopia. You never believe it's gonna happen until
that's
you're
fair.
in it and it's too late.
Yeah, I just think that like people are maybe not like the hardcore fans, but like enough people are already just so like disillusioned.
It's like the
And
Ubisoft
if that if
CEO is one meltdown
that
away from fucking making it a reality. Honestly.
Smash Ultimate almost didn't come out because Nintendo started boycotting Nintendo game or not what is it? DMCAing Nintendo
Oh
footage on YouTube.
yeah.
And literally hundreds of thousands of pre-orders got canceled for that game.
Oh
The issue you
wow.
have with it is the number of people. I'm gonna use the gaming space as an example,
Sure.
but the number of people in the gaming space goes up exponentially every year.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
so eventually, and I think we are now at the point in the 2020s where, yes, absolutely. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Reddit, and again, I feel like we say this every week, but if you're in the position that we're in, where we know the shit and we understand the gaming news and we're in that space and we're going into the boycotts or whatever, that's fine. But again, we're talking about the casual people who are just going to buy it because it's got Mario on the cover. They're just going to buy it because it says Call of Duty. They're just going to buy it because they said it's Overwatch 4. Because how the fuck have we gotten to Overwatch 4 at this point? They've managed to do it. And they're
Well,
gonna.
no. Well, that's my point. Is that even if the gaming space increases exponentially, it's way more expensive to get a new person to play your games than it is to keep the old ones. And if the old ones are leaving because, oh shit, I was hoping that they wouldn't do it, they're going to lose a percentage of or they weren't going to do this licensing bullshit. Or they're not going to abuse their power, blah, blah, blah. A percentage. When you lose a percentage, basically it costs double to get it back.
Yeah, but
Um,
we can afford to do that. I mean, EA,
oh,
for an example, if EA make a game and there's backlash, it's okay. They'll just release another Sims 4 DLC and make that money back in a week.
sure. No, sure, but then I'm just saying that it is a dying resource. I'm pretty sure EA has been down
Pack Media
for a
Gamer
while.
Union?
I
TM?
mean, well, no, but yeah, absolutely. EA has been down recently. But the thing with EA is they've already made their money, so they can afford to go down.
No, I meant like stocks wise. I'm pretty sure they're up today. But
Yeah.
in the long
Yeah.
run, in the
There's
long
always
run.
ups and downs in that
Yeah,
market.
but then again, though all they need to this is the thing, game developers don't even need to release a game anymore to up their stocks. They just need to release a fucking cinematic trailer, because I guarantee you, if EA were to announce Mass Effect 4 tomorrow, their stocks would go up massively. They don't need to release,
100%.
and eventually it's going to go down again, but then they'll just release the next trailer. Like, the gaming industry has us by the balls and we're fine with it, and it's been
Yeah.
that way for
Yeah.
years, and we need to just
Yep.
acknowledge that.
Yep.
And I know
I
that
agree.
it's being like really cynical about it, but we've all been scarred by this industry, and we're still, we're still playing games, we're still doing it, and we're gonna keep going back to it. It's one of those things where we've invested so much of our lives at this point. We're investing 15, 20, 25, 30 years into this industry. It's like, well, I'm not gonna leave now, because where the fuck do I go? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying I don't think it's sustainable to like continue abusing the player base.
I
Yep.
f- yeah,
There,
no,
there, there,
it's a
there'd have
hard
to be
one.
something radical. I mean, some game company or whatever would have to come by and do some seriously radical stuff to really shake up the industry and make the players realize that, wait a minute, we do have the power. We
I mean, that's what
have the
indie games.
power, you know?
The more that we get like better indie games and more, like indie games with a
It's
lot
probably a
of
good start.
transparent, like we have. I mean, I think Hollow Knight is like really really good example of that. Very transparent of everything that's going on with like DLCs. Rivals 2 has been like really big about that in the platform fighters, especially with like all the community, not the community, all the upper management people are community heads. Like
Mm.
Pirate Software, Rivals of the whole Aether Studios is literally just basically their lives are basically public as far as the game goes.
Yep.
And they've been within the community since day one. Literally half of the cast of Rivals of Aether 1 are community created characters that they
Yeah.
did contest for and added to the game. And actually, one of the new characters I think is happening on release, or it might be the first DLC. It was the last winner of the community design challenge, which I think CJ would really like because it is a lucha libre style wrestler character that
Nice.
whole special moves revolve summoning a chair that they use.
See, I like how
Okay,
you just do, oh, it's a wrestler, CJ be into it. I mean, you're right, but I'm offended.
like one of their special moves is you do a spinning pile driver. You grab somebody in the air and you do a spinning pile driver.
Bruh,
But if you combo it into another,
you can't do those anymore. They're illegal.
yeah. But if you do it in a second, no. The first time, like if you're off stage, you'll bring like a ring up. But the second time you do it, instead of a ring, a table appears and it just launches them.
See, you sold me a table. Like
Yeah.
this has been the thing I have been saying, right? Because I'm genuinely doing research trying to get into the wrestling industry here in the UK because I can't be a wrestler. Yes, I know the joke is there. I can't, but like I'd love to be a booker or a manager character or a referee or something like that. My one thing is like if I do ever get into it, my goal is to do a table spot. If you could throw me through a fucking table, my life is complete. That's all I want. And very, very quickly, speaking of wrestling, because between this podcast and the last podcast, speaking about like pile drivers and shit, the Vince McMahon documentary has come out in this last month, and that's been really interesting to watch. But I've learned something about Stone Cold Steve Austin that makes me a little uncomfortable. This just it, guys. Steve Austin doesn't believe in CTE, which is basically like concussion research and shit like that.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt because we don't know who else was in that room. But yeah, I've been considering making an article on the Vince McMahon documentary as a whole, but also there's some stuff in there that I don't want to talk about on the website because it gets bad. And if you
Be
know the Vince McMahon situation, they show the texts, and it's gross. Yep.
To be fair to
Yikes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's really hard to like take anybody's opinion seriously when they also probably have CTE. Like he probably has just
Well, it's we're getting into this
so much
conversation now
brain trauma.
because
Yeah.
CT is a big thing. Well, here's the thing. Steve Austin's argument was if you're getting concussions regularly, you're not doing it right. My counter argument to that is Stone Cold Steve Austin's moveset is not one that causes a lot of concussions. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
headshots, right? Yes, he is the stunner, but let's be honest, anyone can take a stunner. It's not that hard to make a stunner look good, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's very, very taboo to talk about them, and I have very strong opinions about them, but this is the example that comes up. I'm going to talk about Chris Benoit. Now, if you know, you know, but Chris Benoit, his finisher was literally a diving headbutt.
Yeah.
You cannot compare them. You can't compare a stunner to a diving headbutt. Bryan Danielson, another great example. His finisher in the early days was a diving headbutt. And you got each moveset is going to be different, and the risk of concussion is going to be different because some movesets are going to focus on different parts of the body. And if you focus in the neck and the head, you're more likely to concuss not only yourself, but your wrestling partners and all that shit. And
Yeah.
I get that he's a legend in the industry, and I'm taking it with a grain of salt because obviously I'm not there in the room and I can't have a full discussion with him. But just that comment of like, I'm not a CTE guy, end quote, it makes me look a little differently about how you were back in the day.
I mean that's fair.
Fair enough.
It's a weird
enough.
one. It's a weird one.
I mean, he screwed up his neck pretty bad fighting. Was it Owen Hart?
Owen Hart did a pile driver,
Uh,
and yeah, I mean, to his credit, he finished the match, but also
Mhm.
you're a fucking idiot. You finished the match.
I mean,
But yeah,
that's true for a lot of
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
take
not
injuries,
not
keep
not
going.
wrestlers, not just wrestlers, but anybody doing like contact sports too.
Yeah,
You're just like,
For
100%.
don't
sure.
take me out, coach. Yeah, that's
Um, basically, the long and short of it is, if you're in WWE and you're into the wrestling world, I think it's a really good watch, because as someone who knows a lot about it, I learned some shit. And it's very interesting, and it gives a very good perspective on who I would genuinely argue to be one of the worst people to ever exist ever in Vince McMahon. I'd say he's in the top 1% of worst people to ever exist. Genuinely, the guy's a fucking maniacal bastard. If you are not a wrestling fan, this documentary will make you think we're all insane for liking it. Genuinely, people who are not wrestling fans have watched this documentary and then gone to me, why the fuck are you into this sport? It seems horrible. And I say, yes, it is. But also there is a lot of good with it as well. Watch a Royal Rumble and you'll see how good it can be. But I also know I will never be able to convince you now because of the stuff you've seen. And I'm sorry. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry.
I forgive you. And I think Justin mentioned this. I put this in here because mainly the big topic was something that I thought all of us had something to contribute in, but the two of the figureheads of Multiversus kind of did a roundtable and a Q&A with a lot of people about the state of the game. It's all on Void's channel right now if you want to go back and watch it, but they're just kind of talking about the state of the game, and we're part of the Multiversus community, so I thought it'd be kind of interesting that we also kind of touch on some of the things that they're mentioning. The two big things that I thought were really interesting, especially because it is very much on the onus of player first, is the way that they've been trying to monetize the game. And with all the new releases and just like having a full roster and how expensive that is, either time wise or monetarily. But also just the way that they've been balancing the game. It seems like every time that someone finds something even remotely cool, player first, its knee-jerk reaction is to take it out. And usually when that happens is because the dev, and as somebody who is part of the Smash scene and experienced Melee to Brawl, knows that sometimes it's just that's not how the devs want the game to be played, or the publisher doesn't want the game to be played, or whoever. But it's kind of like you know, where do you go from there, kind of thing. But I don't know. I
Um,
kind of wanted to hear your guys' opinions on how the roundtable discussion was, because it's mainly how we've had a kind of a pulse on the Multiversus community, and it's been struggling a lot of complaints, especially if you're on the Twitter.
so I would love to see how casual players of Multiversus feel about the game,
Sure.
because as someone who, like we're in these spaces,
Yeah.
Gamers are not very good about saying the game is great, there are some flaws, but that's expected when you are creating things with software, right? I mean, nothing is perfect, but that doesn't matter to the majority of gamers. Uh I mean, with Call of Duty, I always say like the core Call of Duty community, all they do is complain. But the casuals who play Call of Duty don't give a shit. Like they are having the time of their life. There's all this content that you find on social media, people playing Warzone or whatever it is. Like the game's still fucking flowing just fine. Right. But you're gonna have that the core group who are gonna always have their problems. The one thing that I wanted to hear, which we heard earlier, was their bit about esports and how Play First Games, really dropped the ball in that area, and that part I agree with.
Yeah.
I really agree with. Like when the game came out, if you wanted to spectate someone else playing a 1v1, either you were streaming in Discord, or what we would do is literally set up a 2v2 lobby, and then
2v1,
like
have
the
one
the,
guy.
the two players who are playing, yeah, like we're on the edge of the map trying to avoid the other two who are literally throwing hands with each other on the map. It was a really bad start. So to that, I give them credit. I do think that, I mean, again, if you are developing a game, you need to ask yourself, when you're thinking of the vision for that game, what are the nice to haves? What are the need to haves? And whatever is under that list of need to haves, you need to hit those things before you release. I hope that someone said, yes, we need to focus on, local game, local matches as a need to have. Maybe someone did, and they just ended up saying, well, you know what, deadlines, stakeholders, sorry, gotta release it. You guys will figure it out though. Maybe that happened. I don't know, but someone dropped the ball. At the top, and that person needs to be punished as a result. If you ask me. Um, Now, Genesis is still around the corner. Evo still around the corner. It's not necessarily out of the question, for Player First Games to try to get some sort of action in those tournaments, but I don't know, man. I mean, yeah. Things could have started off a little bit smoother.
You
I
raised a
mean,
really good point in that, like, especially over I'd say the last 5 years. Is it a case of like, all right, we're gonna release the game. If it's not polished, it's fine. The gamers will fix it because that's what they typically do. I mean, look at Cyberpunk is a good example. I think there's a couple multiplayers out there. Darwin Project was a good example, at least at the time of like they'll either find a way around it, like you did with the spectator thing, or they'll find a fix for it, and then we could just implement that a couple months later and say we came up with it and we're amazing and we'll get the praise for it. Is there a part of mentality with publishers, not developers, with publishers
Yeah.
specifically, that is like, they'll sort that. The gamers will figure that out, and then we can, and then we'll just once they figure it out, we'll just have our dev team put that in and make it a feature. It's like,
I think it's more of the fact that they don't even realize it's even going to be an issue ever until
Right.
it until it gets brought up in after production. Because again, that just goes back to the lack of fucking QA on every single fucking video game for the past 10 years, 15 almost.
Who are these companies hiring as their product managers? Because they're clearly not gamers. They're not.
Bro, I know.
like it's that guy that's still stuck on the Cuphead tutorial.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Gotta be.
he's still
We're
there to
not
this
I'm
day.
right here, guys. I don't.
We're not hiring
I
gamers as
thought
product
I
managers.
recognized your voice.
Not to be like super downplay or anything, but to that aspect,
Yeah.
like in the industry itself, the whole I want to say like the whole what's the best word for it? The whole push for like project managers is either one, you have one and they're either lazy as fuck, they don't pay attention, or they don't understand the project, or two,
This
you
is
don't
literally
have
like the whole thing about being a product manager.
exactly,
It's like your
or
whole job is to
Yeah.
pay
or
attention.
two, you
That's
don't
what
have a
you're paid
project
for?
manager at all.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're on one side of the spectrum, and that's why I think it was what earlier this year, like the whole project manager career, like just kind of had a fucking whole flop side on itself, is because all these companies are realizing that their project managers aren't fucking doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fair enough.
to
Someone fucked up.
I will say you're mentioning this. As far as multiverses go, I'd consider myself pretty casual. Uh but I never have a reason to go back to Multiverses unless people want to play like ranked together or want to actually like
Mm.
do, because the rifts aren't consistently fun enough.
Oh gosh.
Like there's no reason for me to play the game casually.
Yeah,
Uh,
the riffs are a chore.
That was
um,
one of my
Definitely
first
like a chore.
things joining in. It was like, they have the free character rotation or whatever, and I'm looking at it like, so I can't play any of these other guys. I have
yeah,
to
and it's
fucking open my
grindy.
wallet. Like,
Yeah, if I didn't get Arya during the beta, who was maybe at least on release was the only character that I really wanted to play. I probably like would never touch this game because it's just so hard to unlock. Like even now, I have so many hours in this game. Just from casually playing it throughout the 2 years that it's been in and out of beta and after the official release back in May.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have. I don't have enough to unlock another character.
what
I
was
think
it? I
Void
was
was saying that he just because he has thousands of hours in the game. That's the only reason why he's able to like even think about unlocking characters. And even then, it's like one or two.
Well, yeah, and back on that aspect, especially in esports, and they even mentioned it in the video too. It's like,
Yeah.
if you don't have all the characters unlocked, how the fuck you gonna make it a LAN thing? Like,
Yeah.
you can't just come in with a setup with all the fucking characters, set it all up, and have a good fucking time like you can with Smash Bros, Street Fighter, all that other shit. So it's like, that alone makes it bad. And again, to the point of unlocking characters, I forgot who said this, when I first started playing. I was like, so I have to put like thousands of hours into not only getting the currency, but then I have to try to figure out if I even want one of the characters. And Mike, I apologize if this was you. I don't remember who the fuck it was, but somebody said, "Oh yeah, just put like just go into training mode." And I was like, "Bro, I'm a casual fucking platform fighter. If I'm coming into this game, I'm not going to take a character into fucking training mode to figure out whether I like him or not. Just so I can pay fucking, what, 15, $20 to fucking buy him? It just doesn't make sense. Especially if
I've,
you're trying to like broaden the horizon of players.
there's gotta. I don't know what market research they did, but surely, like, is there like surely there's gonna be more value in having spent 15, $20 on the game and having everything, as opposed to like having a load of people spend fucking $5, $10 a character for 10, 20 different characters. Like, I
So
can see that
I
in the
forgot this
mindset of
game
like
costs money. I forgot that this game costs money.
like that it's fucking it's wild to me because it's like Overwatch, I feel like, is the same fucking thing, right? Because they did it with Overwatch 2. It's like, yeah, you get a basic
Okay.
array of characters and you gotta like, grind out to unlock more, or you could buy the battle pass, they get a character in the battle pass, which is
wait,
fucking dumb.
did
It
this
used to
game
cost money.
cost money?
It used to cost money.
No, the game used to.
Multiverses used
It's
to cost. I
yeah,
paid $40 for it.
Well,
but like
that's
but
kind of what I
surely
was thinking too. Is like, if you it goes down the whole aspect. I think we talked about this on the last episode too with Conquered. If you
Okay.
put a price tag on something, you're going to inherently get less players in the first place. But if you get, if you put a free to play sticker on it and just monetize the fuck out of it, you have to do it in the right way, or you're still going to lose those players, right?
I'm going to
I
say
feel,
that Multiverses, what probably happened is that they looked at the most popular platform fighter played right now, and they're like, we should copy their model. And the most popular platform fighter right now is Brawlhalla.
I want
Uh
I want to hear what CJ was saying.
I
oh,
think it's just like if you want to do this free thing, right, and be like, okay, it's a free game, and then you got to buy the characters. Surely, if you just bet like $2 and you can get Shaggy, $2 and you can get Rhine Dog, $2 and you can get Aya. Let's be honest, we probably would have spent about $30-40, but we'd have everything we wanted. Instead of this massive upscaled price tag of like, $10 for the battle pass with the new character, and you still gotta grind this shit out. Like, surely
Yeah.
it's like it's this whole. It just goes back to this argument of like actually owning what you fucking buy for. Yeah, it's a license or whatever, but I get this game. And it's like I'm gonna spend the $15 anyway to get the characters that I want, and even then I'm not getting all of them. Just make me spend $20. I'll give you $20 and I just get everything in the game, and then you can have DLC characters, sure. WWE does this. Where it's like they release the game and you get everything in the game. If you get a special edition, you might get a couple different attires and stuff. And then they do 4 or 5 DLC packs throughout the year. Admittedly, one of them this year's been really shit. We don't talk about it. Fuck you, Pat McAfee. But yeah, it's you can buy the characters you want if you want to buy the DLC pack, or you get the season pass. So you just get everything. But it's like I bought the WWE game, and I got everyone. It'd be like, okay, you get WWE for free, you get 20 wrestlers, and then for $5 you can get AJ Styles, and for $5 you can get Santos Escobar. I just feel like it's a bullshit model, but it must be making the money because they keep fucking doing it.
I was gonna say they're doing the Brawlhalla thing, which Brawlhalla is free, but to unlock anybody, it's like it's either a grind fest or money. But the difference is that Brawlhalla has a $40 thing that you can just pay for, and it gets you everything now and future. Every character now and future.
In perpetuity.
In perpetuity. Yeah. It just happens.
So
See,
people
that feels
still.
like
So that's probably one of the main reasons people still play Brawl.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
reason why I think right now it has like 12,000 players concurrent.
See,
well,
that's not bad.
that feels like a decent model because it's basically you get the free thing and it's a demo, and if you like it, then you can spend the money that you would have spent on full price, and you just get everything.
Yeah. It's
That's a really smart model, actually.
but like I just don't like understand why. It's also not like the character, like the only way to get the characters quote unquote cheap is to buy the battle pass, but even that's just like a grind fest.
Yeah.
Right? You have to do the battle pass just all the way through, and then you get the character. And then some characters, that's the only way to get them, actually. Like
How long was Samurai Jack on Battle Pass?
I don't know, 2 months.
Fucking
like
I think it's 2 months, yeah.
It is ridiculous. Like that's one of the main reasons like I stopped banning characters is because y'all gonna paywall this guy for 2 months. Like I'm just fuck it, just play whoever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Yeah, there needs to be. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of hopes for season 3. I know, especially with them not patching out and like really embracing what is it, dodge jumping and dodge attacking, which are two, which everyone thought they were going to patch out due to player first's history in this game, which is we found a really cool movement option. Patch it out. So I know a lot of people are really hopeful. But it's part of me feels like it might be just like a little too late.
Yeah.
But I mean, the player base is strong. Like all things considered, Multiversus still has a pretty strong player base, and if we're able to get in-person tourneys like working, even if there was like a dev only, not dev, TO only version of the game that people can get for like 4 tournaments, like 4 tournament PCs that have everything unlocked for TOs for these big tournaments. It doesn't necessarily have to be
There's no way. Like with how they've done it, I don't think they're smart enough to do that.
just have a sponsored event and then be like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, because like Street Fighter, that's what I'm pretty sure Street Fighter like sponsors the like PS5s or whatever for like Evo or whatever console that we run with. I don't know what the standard is right now. I don't know which console runs the game the best, but
The issue you have with games like this is you either make them for an esport or you don't. And like this is the one thing I'll give the Overwatch Battle Pass because I think it's fucking dumb that you hide characters behind a battle pass, especially when Overwatch was a game where it's like, yeah, you buy the game, you get everything. But at the very fucking least, if you bought the battle pass, the character was the first thing you unlocked. It was like you bought the battle pass, you get tier 1 for free. What's in tier 1? It's the character. But with multiverses, and this is coming from the most casual of casual players for multiverses, like I only play customs against people casually. Like that's how fucking casual in this shit I am. But it's like I buy the battle pass and I'm basically paying for the opportunity to get the new character. It's not even guaranteed that I'll fucking get them. I'm paying for the right to have a chance to gamble at the opportunity to maybe one day own the thing that I won't even own. It's a bullshit
wait.
monetization model.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, if you get the battle pass, you will get the character.
Is it guaranteed? The way Quang was making it sounds like it's not guaranteed.
If you get the battle pass,
grind,
it's the first tier of the battle pass to get the character. So you literally it's like Overwatch, where like when you get the battle pass, the character's unlocked with that battle pass.
That is not how Quang made it sound like.
What I was complaining about was that like a lot of like most characters you can't even grind out is because they're locked. Or for a while, I don't think it's true anymore. But for a while, like there were certain characters you couldn't grind out, like Samurai Jack.
That's not what you said, because you said you get the battle pass and you have to grind to get the character after that, which made it sound like it's in a higher tier.
No, you'll have it.
Right. I meant to separate the two. It's like you either pay, but sometimes you don't have the option to grind it out. Was what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Man, what they did with Agent Smith in the beginning, well, that was annoying. That having to grind out the rifts and all that shit had me like, bro, jeez.
Yeah,
I gotta play through like 40 rifts just to get this guy.
the difference would be if the rifts were like
annoying.
consistently fun, because like it would be very different if like we had a fun casual mode, in the game, because like we don't have Subspace Emissary, which I understand that's like the gold tier of like fighting game story modes.
Well, so do you get fighter currency for playing online?
Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You do. Okay.
I don't
See, I think if anything, especially with the introduction of ranked mode, they should build on that and increase that instead of trying to force players to play the fucking rifts. It's like people 90% of the people who are really into this and like want to play a fighting game are on ranked, on 1v1s, 2v2s, whatever, fighting it out. They don't want to sit in a single player rift with the mini games and stuff. It's cool, what have you. It's kind of a story, kind of not. I think if anything, they should increase the fighter currency you get from online games and be like, hey, you're playing the game, you deserve this. Go buy a new character.
I don't remember because it's been a while. You don't even get to play the character that's in the rift, right? You select your own character and you have to kind of grind through the rift.
I think so, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Because I think what might be cool, and I don't think they'll do this, is make the rifts like a free to play the new character game mode. Like you have to pick the new character, and it's a way to feel out how they move.
That'd be a good
feel
idea.
out how they use all their abilities.
Yeah,
It
something
would
like
be
that.
exciting
That'd be a good
to
idea.
play. It'd be exciting to play because it's a new character to the game.
Yeah.
And maybe it still gives you more points than the PvP, because you're trying to appeal to casuals, to new players, all that. But
Well,
be a good way.
again, even if they did that, that'd just be like an introduction of, hey, here's a new character. Here's a way to feel them out without, you know, having to go
Paying.
into
Without buying them.
trading go.
Yeah.
Or yeah, without having to buy them, without having to go into training mode or something like that. This is a way you can actually play and feel out this character as much as you want. And then if you want to buy him for online purposes, go right ahead. There, there's the cash.
Yeah.
Like even that would be a better model than just saying, "Oh, hey, here's a new rift that has absolutely nothing to the character we just released, but here's another $20 price tag. Thanks."
I think that's what it comes down to is the price tag that you put on it. Because I think no matter what you do, if you're doing like this $20 a character, you know, if that gets real egregiously expensive really fucking quickly. And at that point, why don't I just pay a subscription service to your game to get all the content? And at that point, why the fuck am I playing? Because
Yeah.
you know.
Anyways, I mean,
Um,
fingers crossed for the season. Really, is really
now that I think about it though, actually in some of the rifts, I'm pretty sure you do play as the character. I'm gonna let me. I just loaded Multiversus, so I'm gonna double check the Powerpuff Girls rift. But I think there actually are some. The only thing is I don't see. I have them unlocked, so I don't know if you have to have them unlocked in order to play the rift. That's the only thing.
my whole thing is that I feel like the rift should be. You should only get to play, like, even as like a multiplayer, you just be like a squad of Agent Smiths. You know, just rolling down whatever movement puzzle, just like really like the rift should be a place because they are consistently there to just promote new characters. That's what the rifts are for. It's to promote the new characters. They always come out along with a new character that they're trying to do something with.
Mm.
It would just
Yeah.
it
So
would just be more fun if it was just a new character, like
yeah.
I've just realized what we're doing. We're basically just asking developers to make games intuitive and fun, which they should be as a baseline.
someone
Like
clip what
we're
CJ saying
bargaining
for
with
multiplayer
this.
first. So that they
Like
can
Yeah.
send him
So
to a WWE match and get him thrown into a table. It's all we want.
yeah, like no, but this is what we're doing. Hey developers, can you make this game fun and intuitive and worth my money, please? Like we shouldn't be bargaining for that. I shouldn't be asking the restaurant to please not poison my food. This should just be a standard.
I mean, that's
agreed.
why I'm
Agreed.
excited for Rivals 2 to come out. And I know I'm gonna put a lot of hours in, at least in the first week. Just getting my ass kicked over and over again. Especially because that, for some reason, despite the community genuinely not being like that big for Rivals of Aether, and it has a wildly deep lore that I didn't know about until relatively recently. That's like a very community driven series, and it's kind of cool to like from outside in watching it happen. Especially in the contrast of like, well, not to like put Multiversus down, but it really feels like player first like whiffed a lot of times over and over again with a lot of decisions they made with Multiversus, especially post launch. And it like only now feels like they're listening to the community.
I
And
mean, that's
hopefully
kind
they
of
listen
how
a little
it
bit.
goes, right?
Yeah.
How it's been going, I should say.
Yeah.
Gives
Um,
me real high hopes for Quidditch. It gives me real high hopes for that.
I don't. Oh man.
My honestly, my hope is that because there's a price tag on that, they want to make sure people get value for that, so maybe we'll get a better response for stuff like this for that game, and be like, hey, this is what we want and shit. Because I know Kat was saying that there's a roadmap. I still haven't seen the roadmap, but it's like, if this is the direction that games in general are going to be going, and you know, good games are the exception, not the standard, then it is just what the fuck are we supposed to do? Like, because that's what it feels like. Is that every now and again you get a game come around that everyone fucking praises, and says, "Oh, this is amazing. This is what we wanted." Surely that should be a common thing, that games are constantly innovating and games are constantly doing these cool things that everyone loves. But it feels like we get a couple of games a year, and everything else is just eh. It,
Yeah.
it 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 just feels like the standard is slipping.
Oh, it's been slipping for years.
Yeah, but it's noticeable month to month now. At least previously you could say, oh yeah, the last couple of years there's been a quality dip. That was like, yep, we had another
Yeah.
one. It's been like every podcast. Like honestly, XP shares a perfect way of seeing this. Like every month we have more shit to complain about. This podcast has become less about praising shit and more complaining about shit. And it's becoming a more regular occurrence, and that hurts.
You know what? You're right, CJ. We have been. Can we praise J Dog for how well he holds up on like
You're
tournament
right.
day, dealing with all that bullshit
Oh,
day
we
after week
don't want to
after
talk
week?
about that. We
Can
don't
we?
want to talk about that because, like, I'm pretty sure that was a good 10-second period when me and Juice were silent because we could just hear J Dog in our ear fucking sighing and complaining. Like,
Yeah, but he kept it together. It was a good stream last Friday, and it's a good stream consistently.
yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the behind the scenes, but
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ.
It's always a good time. Always a good
It's
time.
fun. It's fun. It's fun. Please don't take us off the air. We'll.
Producing is like management, just pushing buttons instead of talking to people.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! Oh God! Yeah, it's been it's been a time. I feel like that's how we can sum up this week. It's been a time, and we were there for it.
Literally.
well,
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something positive to end this on, but nothing's coming to me.
That's coming.
Nothing's coming.
Well, we're already
Uh,
like 45 minutes overboard, anyways.
There was a lot to talk about. There was a lot to talk. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks.
And we still didn't even cover everything.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, not yet.
Elusive Roleplayers closed down literally today, and that was like really heartbreaking. But everything runs its course. That's the takeaway from the last 2 weeks.
in Gaben
know,
we trust.
Gaming is shit. Everything runs its course. Eventually, all the licenses will be taken away from us, and we don't actually own what we're putting our money into.
Yep.
Imagine that. You go to a restaurant, you buy your meal, and halfway through your meal, they just take it away from you. They just take it away. We've got a new menu now. You can order off of that. I wasn't done with my pizza. You don't want pizza anymore. You want steak. No, really.
Sorry, our servers in the back are getting hungry. I need to.
Yeah.
We need to
That's so
this.
wild. Like, this is the thing. If you put what the gaming industry has done into any other medium, it would be insane.
Hey,
Like,
if you don't
if
want
you
us
have-
to spit in your sandwich, it's gonna be an extra $5.
yeah. Like, I think the only
No,
other thing you
don't
can
say it
compare
because it's
to-
gonna happen.
Yeah, no, 100%. The only other thing you compare it to is like Disney Plus and shit like that. Like, you go to a shop, you go to a restaurant, like, you go to an HMV or whatever the fuck, and you buy, you buy the product for the price. But with that, on the receipt, you don't realize there's a license to it. At any point, that shirt that J-Dog's wearing, the people that made that shirt are going to come and take it from him. At any point, they could just do that. It's insane that this is where we're at right now. Life is a service. Life is a fucking service,
Oh, man.
That kidney you got in surgery, yeah, well, yeah, you have that for 5 years, then we're going to take that away because that's the license.
Because fuck you.
Yeah.
That's like I'm gonna start licensing my organs. BRB.
The issue is, in 10 years, that'll be a normal sentence, Quang. Right now, it's satire. It won't be.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway.
Capitalism.
This is the moment here. This is the moment here now.
This is this is the thing.
This is the moment.
I want it clipped. I fucking predict the dystopia's coming. I said it earlier. Quag, I know you were like, oh, it's the dystopia is on our doorstep.
I love. I just need a compilation at some point of CJ's just theories. Just
It's gonna happen.
smash cut into
It's
like
gonna happen. Like, you call me crazy now, but you always call the guy crazy. Independence Day proved I'm gonna be right.
Guys, 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years.
I am the guy from Independence Day saying that they're keeping some crazy shit in Area 51. And what do they prove halfway through the film? Will Smith found an alien. I was right.
Oh, shit. All right, boyos. Fucking
Can we go home now?
good shit. Yeah, let's go home. I'm scared. FBI gonna come knocking on our door.
Yeah.
What have they told you?
Bro, Warner Bros is about to come and fucking gag me and take me. You'll never see me again for the shit.
The cat's actually at my door right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, guys. Throw your socials in chat. You know where to find Crack Media. If you're not already in the Discord, check it out. Por favor. We got all the last tournament VODs up on the YouTube. Soon TM. Side quest stuff. Don't miss it live.
Yeah.
It's cool, I swear.
I am working on shit, but it's really slow because I'm also dealing with helping to run a house.
That's always fun.
Yeah, it's great having a teenage sister that doesn't give a shit.
Oh my god! Imagine Westwood, dude.
All right, this is
God.
This is about to start turning into a therapy session. We should probably get out while the getting's good.
Bro, XP shares better therapy session for the last 30 episodes.
For who? Is the question.
Not for you, that's for sure.
We ain't getting paid. Anyway, guys, this has been episode 35. Love y'all. Deuces. I should probably do the thing with the thing because I don't have the thing up. Oh my god. Costing.
Just do the thing.
Just doing the thing.
Do it right.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, Quag, just hold that salute. There we go.